grabbing it from the 21. Brown wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making them play, forcing the incompletion.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the 1st half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Swan. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Snags it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, with a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He wants it all. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll try the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receivers.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Off the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bulls will line up to kick off and start the second half. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run this play from the pistol. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Unleashes one. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. On the option. He'll pitch it. Got the first down. Looking for more. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They get to him as he throws.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying the left side. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
I know it's early, it's still a really close game. At this distance, I think you just take the points and you kick the field goal here, guys.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Back to throw, it's Sayin. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass.
He's got it inside the 30. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Back to pass on second down. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter, the offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Young. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll try the jet sweep, going for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face. Going for it inside your own 40. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. He's going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Wants to go up top. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing them one to fall incomplete.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The hand to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw at Simpson. Gonna take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every team.
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Alabama quickly back to the line. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break of the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. He's got an open man. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Still on his feet at the 45. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. On the option. He'll toss it. Looking for the end zone. And he doesn't quite get the score. Ridden out of bounds at the 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, they'll open with a field goal attempt. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead down a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And a big return after the eye-in. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the #4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Will put it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Georgia going up tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeps it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to pull his way out. Touchdown, Longhorn! First points of the day are on the board. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
On the run, it's Frazier. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind us.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack set him back, but they'll go for it here. He lets it fly. Makes a grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
You just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's 4th in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't let them pick that up. Somebody's got to make a play on the football, swat it away, get the interception, get off the field. What are we doing?
Powers through the defender. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
Looking for space, it's Frazier. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
He's got him. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Made a defender miss. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's second and long. Scanning the field, it's Owens. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Got the first himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. Got room to work. Wide open spaces. They'll immediately call timeout. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll take a shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Bulldogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Pulls it, fired complete. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some.
Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Turning on the Jets. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between the quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to buy time. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 35, he's got room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Manning. Looking deep down the right side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
Pressure coming. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Finds his tight end.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
They just keep firing. Makes the grab. It's Branch.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's 4th down. And that made it more manageable. But obviously, the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
To the air on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He'll try to take it back. Nice